Hello, hello. Is anybody here? I know I didn't give you all much of a heads up. Oh, can you even hear me? Yes. I didn't even give you much of a heads up that I was coming on. But, it is Monday. It is 7 o'clock. That's what I want to do. If you're here, say hello. The camera is on this side. So if I hold something up to show you, I have to do it over there. There. So I know where to hold stuff up. Okay. Might be a quiet night. I'll get my knitting out then, shall I? And start doing my knitting. Mandy's here. Oh my God, hon. Do you know what? I don't know why I've never watched your YouTube before. I really don't know why. Because I sat and watched it, or started to watch. Was it yesterday? I feel like it was yesterday. I started to watch it. And number one, I was thrilled to bits to see your face because I don't get to see people. As you know, when you do your videos, you don't get to see the people. And I was just thrilled to bits, number one, to see your face and your craft room. And I just loved everything about what you were talking about because for sure, you're just like me in that you have many crafts. Hey, Gina, you have many crafts. And I was just saying, Gina, I watched Mandy's video yesterday, what Mandy makes next. Got to check her out. And I really, really, no, I didn't watch it all because I forget why, but I'm saving it for tonight because my husband's gone nights tonight. So I wanted to save. I got up as far as like whatever you do on Wednesdays. What was it? Wool Wednesdays. I even wrote down how she sets it up and what she does. So she does miniature Mondays, and she works on some miniature projects on a Monday. Thimble Tuesdays, so she cross stitches on Tuesday, and then Wool Wednesdays, so she knits. And it's kind of like what I used to do in that I like to schedule different projects for each day of the week. Of course, that's kind of gone by the by at the moment because I'm hardly cross stitching and I only sew during the day because the light's better. And I mostly knit at night now. And the reason I'm mostly knitting at night is because I've got 2 socks on the go, which I will show you, and a third one, which is my own design. And I've spent more time messing about with my own design than I have anything. It's a lot of fun, though. I have to say, it really is. So I have just finished sock number 1 of the July socks for Curious Handmade. So this is the seed pod, and I really like that. Isn't that nice? And this is in my own hand-dyed yarn called Larkspur. Look at that. I'm even putting it in the right spot this time. So this is a really nice sock. This is just the most part where it's just complicated. And this was the one that you have to have 2 cable needles for at the same time. One of which, thank you, one of which cable thingies went down the side of the car seat, and my husband had to do all kinds of finagling to get it back out. But anyway, he got it out. So this is this one, which is just very pretty. Very, very pretty. Thank you. I love the color too, but I'm biased. So yeah, so I have to do number 2, and this is it skeined up. And look how there's more blue. I feel like there's going to be more darker blue. So I'm very curious to know if the second sock will look different to this one, or will the blue just still show up in bits, the darker blue, just show up in bits like this one did. That's what I love about hand-dyed yarn, because you really have no clue what you're going to get. So that's one sock I've worked on. And then the other sock I've been working on is the June sock for the Curious Handmade, and this one is the Feather Vane. Isn't that lovely? I really like this pattern. Oh, by the way, my husband and I have been having this discussion for weeks about how I say pattern, because he tells me I'm saying it wrong. And he keeps trying to put an I-N in there somewhere. He keeps trying to say pattern. And I'm like, no, that's not how you say it. It's pattern. It's got an ER on the end. And he's like, is it ERN? Pattern. And then they're like, so then my son comes over last night for supper. And he's sitting there. And I mentioned to him that I was working on my own pattern. And my son's like, what? On your what? I said, my pattern. And he's like, what, like you're patenting something? I'm like, no, a pattern, a written pattern. And he's like, I don't get it, Mom. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then so Bob joins in with, she means the pattern. So then Andrew figures it out. He says, oh, okay. But you say it like you're talking about a patent. I said, no, because if I was saying that, I would say patent, because there's a T on the end, not an N. Patent. Oh my gosh. This went backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards all evening. It's a pattern. So I really like this pattern, and it's very pretty. And this yarn is my hand-dyed yarn for June, which was roses. It's very pretty. So I'm on sock number 2, and I've got this far, and I'm just on the heel flap. I love doing the turn, the heel flap and turn. Do you like doing that? I love doing that. It's like my favorite part. It's just like magic. So this is what I'm going to be working on while I'm chit-chatting to you in a minute. But I have a few more things to talk about. First, I'll have a little sip. It's like in the UK, we pronounce coupon as coupon, but in Florida, they pronounce it coupon. Oh, that's weird. That is very strange. Well, there's, of course, there's lots of words that are very different. Like I'm forever calling it, like, I was bumped into someone in the dollar shop today, and just a young chap that I used to know from when he was a kid. And of course, he's now married and got 4 kids. And so I was talking to him, and I was saying to him, oh, well, did you get your kids into football? And he looked, I went, soccer. Because I've been here 40 years, and I still use words that are primarily British, and I don't realize I'm doing it till I get the funny look. I can't help it. They're lucky I'm even talking to them in my Canadian accent, because otherwise it'd be hell to pay. But anyway, let me put that one away. Which bag did that go in? That one. So I've also been working, oh yeah, football. Yeah, well, of course you kick it with your foot. I don't understand what the heck has soccer got to do with anything. Who's been watching the soccer, by the way? I know, and my friend Helen has been messaging me. She's in Australia, although I think she's British. And she, of course, it's early for them. It's not early for me here in Canada. No, wrong way around. It's late for them, so she gets to watch it in the evening. I get to see it at 6 o'clock and 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, no, thank you very much. I'm not getting up that early. So I've kind of been trying to catch the replays, but I already know the score by then. So it's like, Even though I try not to watch to find the score, it still ends up being there. So I've been watching the football, and tomorrow might be better because England play tomorrow at my time, 7 o'clock in the morning. So I might be able to manage to wake up for that one because I can sit and have a nice cup of tea and all quiet and peaceful in the living room because no one else will be up that time. And certainly not my husband. And then, well, because the poor guy, he won't be home till 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. So he's not going to be getting up at 7. So it'll be nice and quiet. So I'll watch that tomorrow. But I missed the Canada game. And oh my God, they got thumped. And they got booted out. So that was kind of sad. I mean, really, I'm going for England, but I live in Canada. So you got to really go for Canada too, right? Right. Mandy says, which the Premier Summer League or Ladies World Cup? Ladies World Cup. I'm watching the Ladies World Cup. So, yeah. And then, of course, this afternoon, I watched the cricket, the Ashes, and was thrilled to bits that England won that one, even though they didn't win the Ashes back because of the rain in Manchester. You might know it's bloody Manchester that mess it up. Yeah, you all know I'm from Liverpool, so we have this thing, love-hate relationship with Manchester. Anyway, I'm still not knitting, am I? No, I'm not, because I'm still talking to you about other stuff. So anyway, Toby's laying behind me, and he just moved. I wasn't sure if he was getting up. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was I've designed a sock pattern, as you know, and it's just a simple vanilla sock, let me call it that, which has a rounded heel and a rounded toe, and it's just very plain, very easy. And this will be a free pattern that I'm going to put out on Ravelry. I needed to gauge sizes of the small, medium, and large because I always knit a 64, and I wanted to make sure I could easily write for the other two sizes. So I made this one, and I just wanted something plain so that I could also lay out the pattern in PDF format. So when I do any more going forward, it's easier for me to write it up and easier for me to get the sizes right. Well, that's the plan. So this one is called the holiday sock because every time I go on holiday or vacation, as they say in North America, I buy some yarn, hand-dyed yarn from a local dyer in whatever town, city, country, state, province I'm in at the time. And so these I got in Nova Scotia when I was down in Halifax a couple of months ago, end of June, July. Oh, it wasn't even a couple of months ago. It was 5 weeks ago. God. And so this is why I call them the holiday socks. And you want something quick and easy when you're on holiday that you don't have to think about. You can just knit. So I designed these, and they're out for test knitters right now. And the test knitters, 2 of them have sent me back their, well, not, they haven't sent me socks, pictures. And they have given me all the tips and critiques of the pattern, etc. So it's going to be released on, I think it's the 14th of August, and on Ravelry, and it will be a free pattern. And if you just even email me below here or message me, I can still send it to you when it's ready to go. But I'd rather it be in Ravelry because then I can keep track of how many people have ordered it, even though it's going to cost them nothing. Now, I've also designed a second sock, which will be for purchase. Now, this sock I've designed, not only have I designed the sock, I have also dyed the yarn. And it's a Halloween sock. Now, I've just been calling it the Halloween sock, but that's not what it's called. I know what it's called, and my test knitters know what it's called because it's going out to them at the end of the week to start test knitting. Now this pattern I've designed a little differently, and I've laid it out differently because one of the things I love, I'm a list person. So when I'm following a pattern, I tick off as I'm going where I am. And nothing annoys me more than when it just says, repeat these 2 rows so many times. And I'm like, now I have to write little circles and stuff on the pattern so I can tick off how many times I've done it. So my pattern will have a checklist. Yay! Unless it requires you to just knit for so many rows or inches or of the same, then obviously you all know how to do that. Oh, Mandy lists as well. I'm such a terrible list maker. It's ridiculous. In fact, today in the dollar shop, I bought myself a new pencil. And my husband's like, a mechanical one, of course. And my husband's like, why do you need a new pencil? Because I have a new book and I need the pencil for the new book. And the new book is my design diary thing. So I know where all my designs are. Anyway, he never understands. So $1 for crying out loud. It was a pencil. Anyway, so I have designed the pattern and I have dyed the yarn. So I'm knitting mine right now. I've almost finished the second sock. I just need to do a little bit of something in the toe, and then it will be ready to go to the test knitters. So tomorrow, August the 1st, I'm going to put up, yeah, I think I might be a little bit analytical. I'm not sure. I'm definitely obsessive compulsive. Gina said she drew a grid on a pattern. There you go. So sometimes we just have to do that, right? So I put mine in graph paper first and I chart out kind of what I want. Then I put it into a software program called Stitch Fiddle, which is online. And I do that. And then in case people want a chart, right? Because I don't know how to chart it properly, professionally looking. So I do it in that. And then I can put the chart in the pattern as well with all my lists. But anyway, I wasn't going to show the yarn. I was just going to put up on, and I'll show it you. It might be in my phone. I think it's in my phone. I was going to just put this up as a tease in case people wanted to order it, because obviously I need them to order the yarn first before no, that's not it. That was the first idea. Oh, there it is. Before I dye them up, because I don't want to have a ton of them, obviously. So I need people to order it so I can get the yarn, so I can do it. And this was what I was going to put up on Facebook. Now, I hope that's not backwards for you. I feel like it is. Is that backwards? What happens if I hit edit? Oh, no, that's not going to do anything. Okay. So anyway, this is so basically these are the colors that it's going to be. Is it right? Okay, good. To me, it's backwards, so I can't tell. So that basically was going to be the colors. And I was going to put that in. But tell me this. Oh, it's backwards from Andy? Oh. Oh, I wonder what this does. Pop out and dashboard. No, I don't want that. Send feedback. No, I don't want that. Well, I don't know how to make it the other way. It's probably got something to do with my camera. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, you get the idea for the color. If you saw that, would you buy it? Or would you rather see the yarn? Because the plan is that if you purchase the yarn, you will get the pattern for free, and you will also get another free little progress keeper, a free progress keeper. If you don't want the yarn, then you can just buy the pattern on Ravelry when it's released the same day. But you don't get to see the pattern. Maybe you get to see the yarn. So, okay, Mandy would like to see the yarn personally. Okay, that's what I want to know. If it's a mystery I would buy, I wouldn't expect to see any. If it is, spoils the fun. Well, that's it. But I'm not well known enough yet with pattern writing and with yarn dyeing, I don't think, for people to want to go ahead and buy something sight unseen. What do you think? Anyway, that was one idea. So keep mulling that over in your head. And if you want me to show you the yarn, then give me a thumbs up. Hit the like button so I can tell it's a good idea. The other thing I want to show you is the yarn for August. So as you know, each month I dye a different color for each month based on a birth flower. And the flower this month for August is gladiolite, which is actually my mom's favorite. I have no idea if they have to pay import tax, Mandy. I don't know. I have sent stuff out to Australia, and I have sent stuff to the US. I have not sent anything to the UK yet. So I don't really know if they would. I don't think so, but I don't really know. I couldn't tell you there. And I don't charge tax because I don't make enough to charge tax to people yet. So anyway, this is gladiolite. Now, again, I want to show you something weird with yarn dyed from one batch to another and from the same pot to the other pot. Because when I do it, I put 3 skeins in at the same time, 3 or 4 skeins in. And this was one batch. Let me show you. These 3 were all from one batch. And can you see how different they all are from each other? Because it's where you sprinkle the dye and how much dye gets sprinkled on it, whether you did plan to do that much or you don't. So this is how this came out. So in some instances, so let's look at them one by one. This one has some gorgeous yellow because gladioli, there are several different colors in them, and I didn't want to pick one color. I wanted it to showcase all the colors that the gladioli comes in. So this has stuff here, but it's primarily a pinky color. And then there's stuff all around there. And like I said there. So this one is much pinker in places, but then it's got all the colors here, darker here. Look, you can see there, purples and oranges and reds. And there's the yellows and more purples there. And this one has a ton of purple at the bottom. I might keep that one. And pinkies. And it's much purpler at the top here as opposed to the pink. Because, of course, the red flops all over. And then this one, look at the green in this one. This one is green and yellows and reds and yellows and purples. So they all have the same colors, just some of them have more than the other. This one is much purpler at the top. And then these yarns too are different. So this is an elite fingering weight sock yarn, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 100 grams, 370 yards. So is that one. This one is Earth Friendly sock. And this one is 80% organic wool, 20% recycled nylon. So for all of us earth lovers, this is a nice one. And actually, that is what I was knitting this one in. So this is how it does knit up. It knits up lovely. It's very soft. And I can't really tell the difference myself between the Elite Classic sock in the, I don't know, I can't tell the difference. But anyway, this is super cute. So that is, and there are 2 superwash merinos and 2 earth friendlies in the shop. Obviously, I'm keeping one myself to knit the August socks when they get released by Helen of Curious Handmade. So yes, that's what I've been working on a lot. I've really been enjoying designing my socks very much. And I'm so excited for you to see these Halloween socks. I really am. I'm so excited because I think they're brilliant. Considering I put patterns and charts in them and everything, I'm quite impressed with myself. And I've already decided my Christmas one. Yes, I woke up, was it this morning or last night? No, I was having a bath yesterday. I was in the bath. Do you not always find either when I'm walking or when I'm in a bath, I get the best ideas ever. And I was in the bath and I came up with this idea. Oh, well, yeah, I need my grandson a jumper with a spider on it, Mandy says. Not telling you what's on my sock, but it might be. Anyway, what was I saying? Mandy, you messed me up now. I can't remember what I was saying. In the bath. So I was in the bath and I came up with this idea of what I wanted on the Christmas sock. And the whole sock like came to me in my mind from the cuff all the way down, the colors even. So it was like, oh. So as soon as I got out the bath, wrapped the towel around me, ran and got my graph paper, ran back to the bedroom, jumped on the bed, sat there drawing. My husband's like, what are you doing? Nothing. But anyway, I already have my idea and I am thrilled to bits with it. So once I have I've made myself a deal that when I have, and that's the other thing with the Halloween socks that I'm also working on. In fact, the fact that I put them, a chart in with them, I'm also doing videos. Yes, of how to do certain parts of the sock in case you've never done that before or that particular thing. So yeah, that takes time, but it's going to be great when it's done. Anyway, I'll put that down so you can see me knitting. There we go. Don't really need to see the top of my head. Oh, do you like my hair? I got my hair cut today. It was so nice to go get my hair cut. Well, I thought so. In my holiday socks, there are photographs as it goes, as I'm knitting it. But then I thought, oh, let's just one up that and do videos. So I have a couple of videos of how to do certain parts of it. I don't know if I'll do that with every sock pattern I'd come up with, but I did it for that one, for the Halloween one. And I was going somewhere with that. Now I forget. What was I going there with? Oh, blimey. Oh, yeah. So I want to make sure I finish the Halloween sock before I start drafting out and dyeing the yarn for the Christmas sock. So hang on, I gotta count. Slip 1, 2, 4, 13. I'm doing the heel turn. Favorite part? Favorite part? Yeah, so what is everybody else working on tonight? And if you have a website, a YouTube channel, pop it in the comments for everybody to see. I was talking before at the very beginning. Mandy has this brilliant YouTube channel. I just found it, love it. And I might have to go back and watch some older ones that she did, but really enjoyed listening to her and watching that one. I have to have you as a guest one day, Mandy, if I could figure out how to do that. But yeah. So tell me what you're working on. And don't forget, if you want to see the sock yarn for the Halloween, at the moment, it's not really a mystery, but it might be. Mandy's in bed, but was mittens. Oh, that's right, because what time is it for you? 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 12:30. Yeah. And Gina is working on a crochet blanket. She's repairing for a friend. How lovely is that? That's very nice of you to do that. So yeah, I'm just working on my heel turn. And I love this yarn too. This is the roses yarn. That's mine that I dyed. And it's so nice to, like, all the colors as they're coming up, and you know, there, as you're knitting and you're coming across a different color. It's so cute the way it does that. I like that. So what else can we talk about now? Any good shows anybody's watching? We just started watching one on Apple TV because I got Apple TV. I think it was free for a couple of weeks or something. So we started watching some of the shows on there. The Lincoln Lawyer was the first one we watched. I think it was The Lincoln Lawyer. Was that on Netflix? No, I don't remember now. Yeah, it was The Lincoln Lawyer. Okay, let's see. A couple of questions coming in. Mandy wants to know, do you dye yarn in a saucepan? I do it two ways. If I'm dip dyeing, which this wasn't, neither was the other one. If I'm dip dyeing, then yes, I have a certain saucepan, and I have a little 2 burner stove top thing, and I have 2 different sizes of saucepans. One which actually has a sieve. Anyway, one of them things with holes that fits in the saucepan, and steamer. And so yes, if I'm dip dyeing, which the Halloween yarn is, then I do it in a saucepan. I also have one of those kitchen the big pots, that flat bed type pans, catering pans. God, I can't get my words out tonight. Catering pans that I put on top of the 2 burners, and I can get, so when I dip dye, I only do 2 at a time. When I do in the big pan thingy, catering pan thingy, I can get 4 in that. And that typically is where I sprinkle, like that's where I did this. And where I did the gladioli, it was in that because you can sprinkle all of them, and that's why the color's different because as you're sprinkling here and you're going over there, you might shove a bit more of that color than you sprinkled. So anyway, but yes, so that's what I do there. And then Donna said, "Good evening from Manitoba. I'm working on a caprock tea." A caprock tea? What is that? I just did a lovely t-shirt. Um, okay, this is it. See, I've got to be careful when I'm doing this. Forgot what row I was on. I just did a really nice t-shirt. Um, it was a scrappy V t-shirt, and that turned out really nice. I like doing t-shirts with fingering weight yarn because they go quick, and even though it's fingering weight yarn, but they're soft and gentle on you, and you can wear them in the summertime. Like I wore mine the other day, and it was like 32 degrees outside. So yes, oh yeah. So we watched the Lincoln Lodge, and now we're watching one called Hijack with Idris Elba. I love Idris. He's awesome. But I think we have to. Do we have? No, I think we're caught up on that one now. I think. Toby, where you going? Oh, my Toby just left. Where you going, Tobe? Where you going? A cotton. Donna says it's a cotton. Oh, I can sit back now. Toby's gone. Oh, it's a cotton linen summer tee. Oh, it's a DK one. Oh, I don't very often work in DK for some reason. I don't know why. I typically do a worsted weight, or which I think you call Aran weight in the UK, and I do fingering weight mostly. The only time I've used a DK was I worked on a blanket, and it was Stylecraft DK that the blanket called for. And oh, nice. Now, is that the end, Mandy? Mandy just finished watching the Great British Sewing Bee. Is that the like, was that the last episode, or just are they still doing it? Because I do typically like to watch that one too. But I have to wait till the whole thing's finished and it's uploaded into to the season so I can get the season. Which is what I like to do because I'm not very patient. And so I find it hard to wait for the next episode the following week. Oh, that was the last. Okay, good. So it'll be up soon. And so I like to watch something one after another. Like, what do you call that? You call that something when people do that? Binge watch. So I like to binge watch them. And because I'm just too impatient to wait for the next episode. So, yeah. What else was I watching? Sometimes I watch when I'm down here sewing. I put Court TV on or something. And I'll watch that. Although I'm not really watching because I'm not busy sewing. I'm not paying any attention. Really. So I don't want something on that's going to be confusing me or making me stop. But at night, I love to watch my YouTubes while I'm knitting, or in the afternoon. Sometimes I'll spend a little bit of time knitting in the afternoon after lunch, which is what I've been doing on my Halloween socks, because I need to get them done for the girls to start test knitting them. I can't wait for you guys to see them. Okay, what's happened here? I don't know. Okay, wait. I think I've just confused myself. Okay, right. That was the knit two together. That was the knit two together, knit one. Okay. Okay, now I get it. It should go that way. So last Monday I didn't do a podcast or a live because we were at the trailer the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And by the time we got home Monday night, I had to we had to go do groceries. And we were actually in the grocery store at 10 past 7. And I thought, don't really think you want me to go live in the grocery store. And by the time I got home and put everything away, it was too late. So I thought, oh, you guys can just wait till the following week. Catch me then. So Mandy said, just finished watching Rise and Fall. Reality TV. Very, really good. Oh, now I've never heard of that one. There used to be a show years ago. You'll probably remember it, Mandy. The Rise and Fall of Reginald Perrin. Do you remember that? That was a good one. I liked that. Yeah, that was a good one. I don't know what's this one about, Mandy? What's this? I'm not really into reality shows. Really? I Having said that, I like watching all those missing and what's that one I've been watching? When missing turns to murder. Like that one too. But then you know me, I like a mystery, right? That's what really I prefer. It's a new show, yes, Leonard Rossiter. Yeah, that was so good though. Oh, I might have to have a look at that. I always like when you get ideas for new shows. What am I doing here? Okay, so I'm almost finished my heel turn. And then it will be the gusset. How do you do your gussets? That's what I want to know. I asked this last time, and I think, could have been Gina, can't remember, that you actually pick up on the one side, keep your heels, pick up on the other side, and leave all them on one needle. Oh, well. Do you know what, Mandy? And I don't do that, by the way. Do you know what, Mandy? I used to religiously watch Coronation Street. I've watched it since I was 6, and I watched it like everything stopped for Coronation Street. Even when I moved to Canada, and it was on at a different time in the day, I still loved it and watched it. Oh, there's my little heel. That's so cute. All right, where are we up to now? So that must have been. See, I don't get how she slip. Pick up 15. Okay. Then we have to do the. Oh, there's a pattern involved. I can't do that now from talking to you. Yeah, I think I could remember you telling me, Gina, that that's how you did yours. But I don't do mine like that because I don't like all those stitches on one needle and not as many in the front needle. But I have to do that in this particular case because the front of the pattern, it's not something you can break in half. If you can see, you can't break this in half and split the stitches. This is what I normally do because of the way it's got this little thingy here. So it's not my favorite part to do this next step because I don't like all the stitches on the back needle. But okay, I forgot what I was saying again. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Coronation Street. So, um, so I used to watch it all the time religiously, and my mom would watch it in England, and my mom and I would talk about it. I would call my mom about once a week, and because it was expensive back then, and we didn't have Skype or video calls or any of this. And I would call my mom, and we would chat, and we would always talk about Coronation Street as if it was all real. And these people we knew them. They were like our neighbors, and we would talk about it all the time. And um, and sometimes she would tell me because usually what was happening in England, Canada didn't get for 2 months. So she would sometimes give me little tips about what was coming up. She wouldn't tell me the whole thing, but she would give me clues and tips and hints and stuff. Anyway, my mom passed away 9 years. It'll be 9 years. Is it 9 years? Yeah, 9 years ago. And hey, Catherine, how are you? And since then, I am not joking you. I've never watched Coronation Street since. I just can't. Can't do it. And now, if I was to watch it, I bet you there's nobody in it that I would even know anymore. Because I'm sure in 9 years there's been all kinds of people changed. But when I watched it, it was the same people over and over and over and over. You know. So, but now I probably wouldn't know it. So Catherine, I've been working on my what did I say these were called? Feather Vane socks. And I've just finished. This is the second one. I have actually done one, and I just did the heel turn. I love the heel turn, and then I have to do the gusset. So, yeah, and then the pattern wherever I was in the pattern. I can't remember where I was, so I'll have to have a look at that. And yeah, and then I've been showing off the new yarn for this is gladioli. So there's that. You can always go back and check it out. Look at all the different types of colors because of the bath it was in. And then I do have the yarn ready for the Halloween socks that have a name, but you don't know what it is yet. And the pattern for the holiday sock will be out on August the 14th on Ravelry, and it's a free pattern. So yeah, so that's about it. I can't think of anything else. What's going on? Oh, let's have a look and see what's going on the next little while. Have my happy planner. So, Friday, I don't think there'll be a quilty fun because we're going to the trailer Friday night. I can't take my sewing machine with me. Well, I could. Maybe I will. I might still do a video, but it won't actually be me sewing. I do have something I could show you in that. And I might have some other sewing done this week. Oh, I tell you what I can show you. I did a new bag today. Who wants to see it? I made that today. Isn't that cute? And the inside, it's a drawstring. And the inside is all that lovely pale blue. See if I can get the color there. There's no pocket in it, but it's super cute with the hedgehogs. And it does hold quite a bit of stuff. This size. It will hold a skein of yarn. It will hold my sock pattern, my sock. So it's super cute. I love it. So I made that today. And I have another one that I've got cut out ready to make. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. And what else? I want to dye some yarn tomorrow, probably for the Christmas socks. I know the colors and everything. And as I say, I have dyed up a couple of, because my test knitters get a discount on the yarn and the patent free when they knit it for me. So I have knit some up in case the test knitters want that yarn. They don't have to. They can test it with their own yarn if they want. But I do have that here. Oh, that's all you're gonna see. That's all you're gonna see. So yeah, tomorrow that will go live on my Etsy page. And okay, so Catherine, you can also tell me, and anybody else who's on, because apparently there's 7 people watching. Can you let me know? I've heard from Mandy and I heard from Gina what they think about this. So would you buy, so my Halloween sock pattern is going to be free if you buy the yarn that I've dyed for it. Would you like to see would you prefer to see the yarn, but obviously the pattern will be a secret still? Or do you like the whole thing to be a secret and not see the yarn? Would you pay for it sight unseen, basically is what I'm saying. Because I'm not sure. I feel like I want to show people the yarn, but you don't know what the pattern's going to be. Anyway. But I mean, they don't have to buy the yarn. You could just buy the pattern itself on its own. You would like to see it? Oh, okay, good. I kind of feel like that's what I want to do. I feel like I'm so excited because the plan will be this. I have it written down. The plan will be that the yarn will get listed tomorrow, August the 1st. It's a pre-order. So you would purchase it, then I dye it, and it will ship out on September the 12th. And there is only going to be 12 spots. I'm not dyeing a whole pot because it's only me. And a lot of people don't know me from Hole in the Wall or dyeing, what my dye is like. So there's only going to be 12 spots available. And you get the yarn, and it is, Donna would like to see it, yes. It is, okay, I'll show you then. Are you ready? So, and there's a reason for the colors, but you're not going to know and why it's textured this way, or I don't even know. Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. So August 1st, it's going to be released. It'll ship out on September 12th, so you'll have it hopefully in time for October 1st. And October 2nd, we will start a knit along with the free pattern. You'll get the free pattern emailed to you. And there's also going to be a special progress keeper in the yarn as well. So in the pattern, and it's going to go for, well, you'll find that out tomorrow. So anyway, here is the yarn. So you will get 100 grams of this color. And it's like this for a reason. They will all be slightly different because, like I said, when you're dyeing, not every buns is exactly the same, but basically that. 25 grams of this yarn. I did say 25 grams. And again, It's a certain way on purpose. And 25 grams of that yarn. Look at that! This is our Halloween yarn. And I'm very excited for you to see the sock pattern. But you can't. You have to wait. You have to wait till October. What? Yes. Yes. So I'm very excited. It's a super cute pattern. Well, I think so. And I'm very excited even to chart out my Christmas pattern now. So it's all very exciting doing this, you know. Fills my days anyway. Keeps me busy, keeps this all mine working. Thanks, Catherine. I think it's cute, but I love purple anyway, so that's kind of my favorite color. And no, I didn't do it just because I I always feel like there's this one picture I keep seeing. Well, I'll show you. This will also go on. I was showing the girls this. So those are my colors. You can see the purpley, whitish, black, orange. So those, and it's gorgeous. It won't be in the UK in October though. You don't think so? You don't think it would take? Thank you, Gina. You don't think it would take 2 weeks to get to you if it was shipped out then? I don't know. I can't remember how fast stuff goes backwards and forwards. Mind you, the post has been horrible since COVID. I mean, sometimes it takes me 2 weeks to get something from the other side of Canada. So you could be right. You never know. You never know. But anyway, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. If I die, I'm up earlier enough, then I could ship them earlier. But I still can't guarantee that I'll get there either. But I don't want to ship them on October 1st. That's pointless, right? So anyway, we'll have to see how it goes. Mandy says, no, I won't be in the UK. Why? Where are you going? Are you going away? Oh, that would be exciting. Maybe you come to Canada. Are you coming to see me, Mandy? Oh, actually, it's kind of funny. One of my test knitters was like, "Do you think you might have a batch ready? Because I'm going away next week, and I'd like to take it with me in the car." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so we'll see. But you're going to Florida for 3 weeks. But I've never been to Florida. Never been there. We keep talking about going, but my kids keep having babies. It's like, could you please just wait a little bit so I can actually have a vacation somewhere without it involving me looking after babies? That's okay. I love my babies. I love them. Yeah. So my son who lives in Nova Scotia, who has the lovely Leo, his wife was pregnant again, and she's due 2 days before my birthday in November. So guess where I'm going for my birthday? Because I have to look after the lovely Leo when she goes into labor. So that'll be fun. And my gorgeous little Tristan, who lives in the next village to me, and his little sister, Tristan's 3, and Evie is 1. They went to Germany 2 days ago to see their great grandmother. Yeah. And so they've gone there just for 10 days or something. But I miss him. It's like, I miss that little boy. Mandy, yeah. Mandy had to look after her granddaughter all day. How old is she? They're so much fun, and of course the really good part is you can give them back at the end of the day, right? But yeah, Tristan is 3, and oh my goodness, he never stops talking. But I guess he comes by it honestly. Well, anyway, ladies, my tea is cold. And I've been on an hour now, so I'm gonna go upstairs, finish working on my Halloween socks, doing some more charting, and watching some time. I'm gonna finish watching your video, Mandy. I'm gonna finish watching it. So, um, anyway, ladies, it was lovely chit chatting and having a cup of tea with you, even though it's cold. hmm It's cold. My Etsy shop is called Tobyknits. So, and oh, Mandy said her oldest is 20, but the two I look after today are sisters. Oh, 2 and 6. Oh, well, the 2-year-old get all the cuddle-ins from, but the 6-year-old can help. Maybe. That's really cool. That's really cool. Okay, I'm off to go and warm this tea up, or actually just make another one. Have a guess what I had for my tea tonight, for my supper, dinner. Um, I was getting ready to come down here and set up, and I thought I don't really feel like eating much, so I ended up having egg chips and beans. So British. Egg chips and beans. That's French fries. French fries. Okay, I'm going. I've been saying this for 5 blinking minutes. So I'm going now. And thanks so much for watching and keeping me company for an hour. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up or a like or whatever that thing is that you have to do. And tell your mates. Okay, I'll talk to y'all soon. See you next Monday. Bye.